Hey guys, how's it going? Jam here, and welcome to another Forza 7 video, where I'm sort of bringing back an old series. On Forza 6 I used to do a series called Jam Does Hoppers, and it was a good fun little series. I really enjoyed making it, because it's basically just me doing a couple of races in a random car, in a random class or hopper or whatever, and just having a chat while I'm doing it. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that I love nothing more than waffling on about nonsense. And these were videos that just gave me a license to do exactly that. So I thought I'd bring it back for Forza 7, but the hoppers haven't really been usable so far. They're kind of getting better now, so it's about time I sort of brought it back. But I figured I'd change it up a little bit and head into leagues instead, because I've only just started really getting into the leagues. I'm back on Series 1 at the moment here, just hovering over these two to show you that I didn't do any races at all in the leagues in the first Series 1. In Series 2 I did quite a bit of the Ghost class. As you can see there, 8 wins from 11, and in the simulation class I got 3 wins from 4. But the exotic GT, I think was the one I started out with, and then I got the 3 wins, and then I got taken out in that 4th race. So I was like, right, I'm just going to go into Ghost, and just to try and level up. And as you can see, also in the top right hand corner, I'm rank 4 in Enthusiast at the moment. But what we're going to do today is go into the current series. I just realised you can actually still play the Series 2, so there's more open at once. Anyway, I'm going to go and start my Series 3. And I'm not going to do Ghosts because that would be boring, and I'm not really a fan of track toys. But I have just built up a car for the vintage GT racers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and there'll probably be a big jump cut here, and I'll catch up with you when I actually find a race. Okay then, here we are. I finally found a lobby. It's only got 6 people in it, which is a little bit of a shame, but I've tried a couple of different lobbies, and there doesn't seem to be many people in any of them. This one had 11 in when I did join it, when they were in the middle of the last race, but a load of people left, which is a bit of a shame. So we're going to be starting from the back here, down in a whopping 6th place, and we'll just see if we can beat the 5 other drivers. The car I'm using is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, and turns out it's pretty quick off the line. That's up into, well, sort of P3 at the moment, at this Yas Marina South layout, kind of cutting the corner there, just being nice and cautious on the way into turn 1. A little bit of contact between the 2 cars ahead, and the Porsche swerves back in front of me just as I was sort of coming into the corner. But it looks like we're settling into 4th. That yeah, I was kind of expecting that. The Alpha 33 Stradale is probably going to be a rather OP car in this lobby, or just in this division in general. But we'll see if we can catch him at some point. As I was saying, I'm using the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. Ooh, shoved me out wide a little bit there. Just about managed to hold it on the runoff area and stick it around the outside of it, and I'm up into 3rd place. So this car is not a car that I've ever really used much before, though I know there's a fair few people that swear by it as a solid car, so I thought I'd give it a go. Yeah, on the first lap, 6th to 3rd. It's not the most phenomenal of starts, but it was pretty solid, and let's see what we can do about chasing down the guy in 2nd. Running slightly wide into turn 1 certainly won't help us. Trying to use the curbs nicely, but without cutting them too much. And it looks like we might have the better of this guy in terms of cornering. Let's see if he pulls away with us in the acceleration zones. Not really. This is a very tricky long right hand. I'm going to try and go up the inside. Hit the apex, and I've hit him as well. Probably not the most... not the best overtaking opportunity there. Oh, I've run into the back of him again. He's going awfully slowly. Let's not take the position off of him after that. Let him get back in front and see if we can just out-drag him down in towards turn 1 and set off after the Alpha. See if we can cut back up the inside. The Porsche's sort of there as well, so we're sort of covering him off. And then it's just going to be a drag down to the start. So as you can see, I am running Forza Aero, and I don't think he is. I can't really tell. We're going to feint to the right and then go for a big dive down the inside. Well and truly there. Oh, I'll run a little bit wide and run to the side of him again, and he's going to stay in front of me into the next part of the apex. The Porsche had to cut the corner there slightly to get out of the way, and I've bumped off over the curb, something rotten. Let's see if we can do any better around this section. Might even have another go at getting past him into this corner. really closing on him here. I really don't think he is using Forza Aero. Oh, I can almost get to the inside there, but I just can't quite get the move done, and I do sort of have to be careful about overcommitting just in case that Porsche does suddenly appear. Got a good exit from there though, getting the car to the right hand side. We're going to be on the right hand side for this little kink, but that will put us on the outside for the hairpin. Oh, and he's braked early, and I've taken a rather rotten line. I have just about managed to keep it on the black stuff, and that is currently second place, but yeah, my line out of that hairpin was not good at all, and he's managed to undercut me to get back in front. I think I've still just about got my nose alongside, not quite. I don't want to switch back just in case. I'll stay on the right hand side on the racing line. He's given us this squeeze. I'll let him run deep, try and cut back. He's going to be on my right hand side round here. I'm going to be on the left round here, and he's hit the apex and sort of not tried to give me any room. I suppose I was sort of behind. I probably could have backed out of it, but yeah, we've lost out quite a bit. But the Porsche doesn't seem to be putting us under much pressure at the moment, although he's under pressure from somebody himself. I think that was another 33 Stradale. Oh, kind of cut that apex a little bit. But, I mean, this is Yaz, and we've all done it, and we've all seen people do it, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, come on. Got 2 more laps and a bit to try and get past this guy. Yeah, it's not actually the Porsche that's in 4th position anymore. So, who says you need a big lobby to have a good race? It's 6 people here. I'm having a great race with this Dowills UK. Good on you, mate. Let's see if we can beat you, though. Won't be too happy if I don't. Alright, we do seem to have a little bit more pace than him, sort of overall in general, but actually getting past is proving rather tricky. Although, as I say that, nice standard move up the inside, up into 2nd place, and hopefully that's that. So what I normally do at this point is I can see that there's a huge great gap in front of me. I've definitely got the pace on the guy behind, I think, in open air. So I'll either do a speedy up bit or a jump cut until either the end of the race or if something interesting happens. What? Oh, come on! Alright, I wasn't really gonna put anything in there, but I was really starting to catch the alpha on this lap, and then he just goes and absolutely straight lines the chicane, which means I'm definitely not gonna have any chance of catching him towards the end of the lap, as I suddenly thought I might have done. But I mean, I haven't exactly driven flawlessly this race, but that's such a blatant just cut in the apex of the corner on the chicane. Oh, I nearly lost it there. So we do have to be on stock tyres as a part of the restrictions for this division, which means that the cars aren't exactly brilliant to drive. I do have the biggest tyre width possible, but I think that's only 2 3.5s on the front and 2 4.5s on the rear, so they're not exactly massive. And look at that. If we had another lap, I reckon we might have had a chance at catching him. Or, you know, if he hadn't cut that corner, I reckon I might have had a chance. It looked like we had the straight line speed on him, so who knows? That's race 1 done. Look at that lap. See, yeah, okay, we definitely had the pace on him. That's race 1 done. On to race 2, when I finally get into one. Okay, into the second race we go. We've picked up a couple of extra drivers in this lobby, and we're off to Road Atlanta Full, which is one of my favourite tracks, so I could not be happier right now. Although with the lack of tyre grip in this car, it could be interesting down the S's in Sector 1. But we'll give it a go and see what happens. Most of the same drivers have stayed in the same cars from the last race. Dowills, that we had a good fight with, is up again in the Ferrari. We've got a couple of new drivers in Alphas, and I'm actually starting ahead of the guy that won last race, but not on pole though. That goes to Mr. Cryptographic. We will outdrag him towards turn 1 though, but I am on the outside, but that is the racing line, so that's the lead. I hope that it doesn't just stay like this, because that would make a rather boring video. And I do rather enjoy this track, so I would very much like to have an entertaining race. But, you know, I like enjoying my favourite track. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's my favourite track. Oh, that was a bit wide. I'm almost tempted to slow down a bit and wait up to have a bit of a fight. but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. So we'll come round here. How many guys is there? There's 2 alphas in second and third. Let's just back off and drop into what will hopefully be about third place. Then we'll see if we can fight my way past, or back past those 2. Are you coming? I've been on half throttle for quite a while now. Come on. Go left. I'm giving you the inside. Go on. Go, 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 go. They'll just think I'm really slow in a straight line. Oh, don't brake and then swerve back in front of me. Crikey. Sorry, Mr. Wills. You are not coming back through. I had enough of you in the last race. I'm just trying to artificially manipulate it so I can have a bit more fun with the other 2 in this race. So now we've got a 3-lap race, and I've got to close the relatively small gap I've given to the alphas and then try and get back past. One of them on the grass there, and it looks like they have swapped position. The last race's winner going back into the lead of this race. Mr. Cryptographic pole position man, having a little bit of trouble through turn 1. We're going to pull alongside as we go up the hill. This is going to be a nasty section. You never want to be too wide through there. Fortunately, I think he backed out of it slightly, so as to avoid a collision, and that would have been a very, very scary moment if he hadn't, so well done to you, sir. So it was nearly a big moment for me anyway. I only just managed to get away from the or avoid hitting the tyre bundle, and then ran very wide again through that bottom of the hill corner, as I often do. It's a very tricky corner, and now we just got to chase back up to this guy who won a last race, who I have a already minor dislike of, simply because of the corner cut. I don't know how he raced the rest of the race. He might be a thoroughly nice guy, might have made a mistake, but it looked suspicious and malicious, so I don't like it. And wow, those 33s have no top end. Look at that feet meter drop. Crikey, that is quite some gap in speed. Let's not be silly. There's no point doing anything into the last corner. It is occasionally possible, but not with this amount of grip, so I'm not going to bother doing anything just here. It might be worth just sitting behind him and staying close, trying to get a good run out of the 2 right-handers and just going past on the straight. And I think that is probably going to be the plan. I mean, the Alpha's probably got a lot more grip than me anyway. So just got to try and hopefully use some sort of driving skill to stay behind him, and then let the car do its thing down the straight. Yes, I think, as I was saying at the start of this video, I know a fair few people sort of swear by this car as a very, very good car. I think a couple of B-class ones are really remarkably quick. I doubt they're on stock tyres though. Although saying that, if they're in B-class, this starts in sort of mid to high B-class, so there's probably not room to put much better tyres on it. I'll have to make some inquiries, but it's certainly served me well so far for the first 2 rounds, or the first 2 races I've driven it. Didn't quite get a win in the first race, but I came very close to doing so. And hopefully, don't want to jinx myself, but going back into the lead of this race after I sort of artificially placed myself down in 3rd place. And I seem to have the pace over the rest of the guys in this lobby. It's only that CB guy that's really got anywhere near of a challenge. Looking at the feet meet, there's another sort of 500 foot back to the guy in 3rd place, which Mr. DeWill was nice to see him doing well again. Had a very good race with him in race 1. And now we're on to the final lap, where I can just try and maximise the car's potential and see if we can put in a good lap time. It's already dirty, unfortunately, probably because of slipstreaming towards the end of the previous lap. But hopefully we can keep this one clean apart from that, and hopefully it'll be a good time. Not the best start though, nearly 2 tenths down in the first sector, and then this corner here is probably one of the most tricky on the circuit, simply because it's so easy to run wide. Fortunately I didn't there. Oh, what's happened to CB? I just noticed he absolutely dropped off the face of the earth on the feet meter. Presumably he's had some sort of incident. Maybe he hit the tyre wall at the top of the hill. That is also very easy to do. Now coming onto the back straight for the last time. Oh, we've managed to pick up 6 tenths of a second. That is quite some margin. Saying, especially being 2 tenths down near enough in the first sector. And That's now a 1,000-foot lead to the guy in second. I'm quite happy for Mr. DeWills, as I said a few times. Very good racing in the first race, very happy with that. And then braking hard, trying not to lock up. Probably brake even later than that. Ooh, that was quite a bit of a... Ooh, yeah. I actually braked too early there. Underestimating this car's brakes, turned in too early for the first part and cut the corner slightly, and then just did the same for the second part, because you've got to switch back. And then across the line, just under 1 minute 30 lap time. And there we go, we have a nice race win. And yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. I don't know if anyone's going to have really enjoyed it very much, because it's just me racing around and waffling on, which is what I love to do. But I've enjoyed making it. And so, as always, if you do have anything to say about the video, hit that comment section with your keyboards. If you did like the video, hit that like button, much appreciated. And I'll see you again sometime when we put another car around another track. Probably be the same league, I don't know. But until then, anyway, goodbye.